Hi guys, today I'm here with a DFAC Pro bodybuilder.
I'm Marcus Lee, lightweight DFAC Pro.
When did you turn DFAC Pro?
Last year, 2019.
He turned DFAC Pro. He beat me in the lineup to get my pro card with a guy called Solomon, who I'm going to have on the show as well. But yeah, we'll get to that. Just beat you. Still, you beat me, mate, and as you can see, we're both on off season. And look at the flipping size of him. He's a lightweight. I'm a flipping middleweight. Look at the size of him. It's mad.
Paid the judges more, isn't it?
It's mad. Obviously, you guys would have seen the back session we had together before this. If you haven't seen it, go and check that out. Find out basically how you end up looking like this, because it was a mad session, and yeah, I almost chickened out, and I needed some motivation, mate. So you needed that pre-workout. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I need to start taking pre-workouts, man. I'm telling you. Right, so. As you guys know, these sit-down conversations are to basically get a deeper understanding into the guest and their journey within bodybuilding and natural bodybuilding, and how that may affect their personal life as well as just obviously their career. So yeah, I like to start off with asking, how did you get into bodybuilding in the first place?
Training or bodybuilding?
Let's start with training. How did you get into training, and how did that then lead on to bodybuilding?
I would say I got into training because I would say I looked up at, from the area where you've got like the elders. Yeah. So I looked at them, the street lads, the elders you see them rolling about and stuff.
Yeah.
And the gym over in London, where I'm from, and you would see them out. My first thoughts of, like, my memories of going to the gym was actually seeing them outside the gym.
Yeah.
And my family owned a takeaway in London, so everyone knew who I was anyway, and my family. So when I would see these guys, they were like the original Instagram influencers before Instagram was like. You would see them, they would have a nice watch, they would have all the designer clothes, you know, they'll have the cars, they have the motorbikes, and they're training. You see them outside of the gym, you know, Lacoste top hanging out, Lacoste shorts, trainers to match, and have no top on. And you know what I mean? You see them and you'd be like, oh, I kind of want to be like these people.
Yeah.
You know them and you talk to them.
Yeah.
And they used to say, come into the gym. So I started going into the gym, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so I would just go on a machine and I'd be watching the person on the next machine. Don't matter what machine it was, I'd just be watching what they're doing. And as soon as they get up, I'd
go and do what they're doing.
But it wasn't like the training was regular. I would train for, let's say, a week, then I might have a month off. Yeah. And then train for another week. It was just all mad. Yeah. When I finally got into it, a guy who used to call King Kong, the biggest guy in the gym, he took me under his wing and said, I think he saw potential in me, so I'm training for. And that's when I really got into the gym.
Yeah.
He would say, meet me here at 6 a.m. and I'll let you train with me. And I used to go to bed about 4 or 5 a.m. every day anyway, so let's just be about and do whatever. So I would have a couple of hours sleep, have a pre-workout and go train. Obviously that's not like, you can afford that, that's not healthy really. But I just wanted to train with this guy because he was the only guy that picked up the heaviest dumbbells in the gym. He was the biggest guy.
Yeah.
He said he would train me, it was free, and that's why I saw the opportunity. And he's the one that, if it wasn't for him, I won't have the mindset and train how I train today.
Yeah.
Really focus on training. So that's how I got into training.
Okay. How did that then lead on to competitive bodybuilding? Because as you know, now that you've been in it for a while, just training to train and training to compete, it's a different sort of intensity, different sort of mindset that goes into it. So how did you transition into competing?
So I think, like yourself, training, you have to have a love for what you do, and that love became into like a passion. People was always asking me how to train and all this, and I thought, you know what, I could make money out of this. I could be a PT.
Yeah.
I only did it for, well, not a lot.
Yeah.
I did my qualification, and my dad used to say, your best form of advertising is your physique. You know, if you look good, people expect you to.
100%.
Yeah, we'll pay you money to make them look good. And stuff. You know, if I'm super overweight, and they won't think I'm a good PT or whatever.
Yeah.
So competitions, I found out about competitions, and obviously I thought, like marketing wise, if I've done a competition, then it's kind of like another little qualification on that list.
Yeah.
When I say to a new client, well, I've competed, they'll literally think I've got that knowledge behind me or whatever.
Yeah.
Do it like that. So I actually went into my first competition 2013 with the idea that it would boost my clients being PT.
Did it help?
Well, I think not long after that I stopped PTing.
Why though? Or did you just not really feel it?
Yeah, I didn't really like it for many reasons. It was harder than I thought. A lot of people go into PTing thinking, you know, I get a qualification, I go to the gym anyway. I was naive like that,
And you're grabbing.
and then I've learned the hard way that it is hard to attract people, especially I was in a gym in Leinster. There's no money in Leinster.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no one going to Leinster to train, and the gym was a ghetto gym.
Yeah.
You would have to walk down this alleyway, you would just see all the street ads posted up on the wall,
Okay.
dogs, all this stuff.
You're not
I started
gonna attract
to
money.
get, like, I started doing youth offenders, so kids either waiting to go to court or people just come out of prison. And started doing them to make a bit of, obviously I was getting paid for that.
Yeah.
And then I had a few clients and it just wasn't as good, and then I ended up going into my printing business, which I still do today. So.
Let's touch on that. Obviously, you're wearing your own clothing line today,
Yeah, 'cause
which I'm definitely gonna grab at one of the top reviews.
Yeah, man.
How did you get into that? When did you transition into that?
Well, I think I did that before I was PT, and I went to the Prince's Trust, got a loan, and I started just making T-shirts. But this is just a sideline job, so I don't actually do T-shirts for. I would like to progress it, and it started with a different name, Tuesdays, and then only in the last year, I'd never wanted to go into gym branding because I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to do graphics tees, so all my original tops were loads of graphics tees. Growing up, Nike, everyone, Etnies, they all had graphic T-shirts. Now it's just like a little logo.
Yeah.
But organically, it just turned into gym wear, and that's what I was selling the most. So now I thought I'll change the brand name into something that's more relevant for the gym and market it for the gym, which was supposed to come out this year, but with the COVID, manufacturing stopped. When I told you I got the text that it's all started up again.
Yeah.
So maybe 2021 I'll bring it out officially, website, all of that. But yeah, just a side, still is a sideline business. But the printing business what I went into is large format printing. So printing posters, you know, architectural plans and stuff.
Okay, cool. So obviously you have a daughter and you're married.
Yes.
And obviously with your job, you work from home most of the time, a lot of the time.
Yeah. So all the plotters, printers, are in our house.
Okay.
We work from home because we provide a 24-hour business. So that's our niche market. So we get last minute calls at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., all sorts. Obviously that's rare. So I need to sleep. But we do.
But it does.
And people in a rush, people not in a rush. But so our niche market is 24 hours. We can't do that in a premises. So me and my wife do the business together. I would say she's my best partner in everything.
Which helps,
we just work well together. So it's in our house. We do that, and with my daughter, which is blessed, their best gift ever. Because I do work for her. When she was born, I haven't missed anything. I don't have to go to work 9 to 5. Come back, my missus saying, "Oh, she said this word." Or she's just started. I was there from the start, and she's amazing.
Love that. What that leads me on to is, obviously with your natural bodybuilding, first of all, the timeline. Were you competitively bodybuilding before you obviously were printing and doing that kind of stuff, or working from home?
Kind of all at the same time. Because I wasn't making a lot of money from PT.
You kind of
someone in the gym I know that. Someone in our gym works for a bigger printing company, and they was dropping off printers to another person, and they was getting too busy. So he said to me, "I know this guy that needs help." So I just started working for him.
Okay.
And we ended up going into partnerships. I just worked my way up. And then my wife became a part of the partnership. That's how it.
Okay, cool. So how do you feel like bodybuilding has, obviously this is what I mean, I was going to ask how it affects it, but I guess in a certain way, where it happened all at one time, it was the norm from the get-go, I guess. You balance the bodybuilding fitness with the sort of work schedule you have.
I'm very lucky in the sense that, things have changed, things are going digital. I use our main market used to be students, which it still is. Once everything starts going more digital. And so that's easy to know when we're going to be busy because it's seasonal. So their hand-ins are just before Christmas, after New Year, May and June. So after that, July, August, September are really, really quiet. We have to make enough money in May and June to cover. Them 2 months have to cover 5 months. We work, people that will know me know I work average 29-hour shifts. No break. Just 29 hours straight. The longest shift we've ever done, me and my wife together, was 60 hours. No sleep, no break.
Jesus.
So you have to just get something out of the fridge, sausage roll, whatever. Just keep going, keep churning through. So we work insanely hard May and June, but that leaves me pretty much free. I literally have a free, I don't have a free 3 month.
I know what you mean.
There's still printing to do and stuff, but then I can focus on the bodybuilding. So it plays nicely because I can really focus July, August, go for qualify in August, and then go for hopefully every year so far go to the finals.
Of course, don't even be modest on camera. Of course you're hopefully go to the finals. You're definitely going to finals.
So work is so suited to the bodybuilding lifestyle. That's perfect.
And I think that's an important thing to touch on, because the other guys and girls I've had on this show so far, there's a mixed bag of careers. Opio, for example, he obviously is an online coach predominantly. He does PTVs predominantly online, so he's similar to you. His time is his time, and he has a scheduled days where he will just be office-based admin stuff to catch up on everything and make sure he's churning. But all in all, he's not really strapped to a flipping business where he needs to go in and work these hours and do this and do that. You have me as an engineer. To be fair, I have a certain amount of play because I manage my own day. So if I know the job is easy, I can get that early, finish early. which means I have the evening to go home, maybe get a quick nap in so that I'm refreshed for session and come and do it. Then you've got other people who are working at strict 9 to 5 office-based roles who have no wiggle room and 20 days holiday.
Yeah.
And they have to find time to peak week, to compete, to do this, to do that. I think the guys who I intend to be watching this, they need to understand that there's different people with different fortunes and different misfortunes when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And regardless, you've got to find a way.
Yeah.
You've got to find a way, because everyone has their struggles, because I'm not working a 60-hour shift. Not a day in my life am I working a 60-hour shift. So it's all well and good saying, oh yeah, I'm off for, you're then off for, not off, but as you said, you have a lot more time to yourself for a few months, but there's definitely content.
Yeah, like I still have to prep.
Right.
Like I said, that 60-hour shift was a one-off. I hope.
Yeah.
But it's very easy. I do 29 hours to 35 hours. Easy. Like,
There you go.
yeah. So, and I'm saying no break. Literally, if I want to go for a shower, this one's got to be in the house. Because I don't want to be stinking when customers come. So, if I need to go shower or toilet, I have to set prints up. I have to make sure that print is rolling. Because literally, the time is booked. If the printer goes down, we are backtracking.
Okay.
So if I need to go for a shower, I need to get prints going up. So I haven't got time to prep, all this stuff, right? So, but then you find a way.
Yeah.
So before I know that I'm going to be busy in May and June, so I will chop potatoes.
Yeah.
Bag them in the freezer. It's not ideal. It don't taste nice when they're in frozen.
No, but
you got to cook them. It's not nice, but that's what I gotta do. So I still get my meals in. Obviously, sometimes it's a bit hard. Sometimes I might miss a meal.
yeah.
I pick up the slack in that free time. But the majority of the time, I'll say 99% of the time, there's no slack. It's still.
And you're on job.
Yeah, and I don't get to go gym, but last year I signed up to Pure Gym because it's 24 hours. So I've got 6 hours sleep. So let's say I finish at 1 AM. I've got to be up at 7 to start pointing again because we obviously buffer time.
Yeah.
We have like loads of things in place just to get them to go well.
Yeah.
But let's say I've got 6 hours and I get to finish at 1 o'clock. 6 hours. I haven't trained for a few days. I need to train. I will eat into my sleep time
To train and do cardio.
get something done. So
Yeah.
there's always ways around it, but yeah, everyone has a different life.
Everyone has a different life, and just you explaining, sacrificing your minimal sleep that you already get
Yeah.
to come and train and do cardio still shows what I'm talking about. You have the benefit of having time off sometimes, but ultimately you're doing things that other people don't have to do. People who work a 9 to 5, it's constantly difficult to manage your time, I guess. But at the same time, you know what's happening every day. You know what you're expecting week 1 or week 18. Like, it's the same. It's 9 to 5, that's it. I think, again, there's pros and cons to all of it. Moving on. So, I don't want to bypass your whole career. What, from your first show, where your mindset was, I'm doing this to promote my PT, to doing it because you loved it and because you wanted to do well in it, what show was that in terms of how many shows in did it get to that?
I think after the first show,
Yeah.
so the first show I just went in, no expectations,
Yeah.
not to come place or anything. I didn't know anything about bodybuilding to start with. I still don't know anything about bodybuilding. I don't watch it. I don't keep up. People come up to me and say, "Oh,
Have you seen this? Yeah, and you're like, nope.
Nah, I watch cartoons pretty much. I watch anime. Like, I watch bodybuilding. So yeah, I didn't really know anything about bodybuilding. I learned the poses from YouTube.
Yeah.
And research online. And then I went to the first one with no expectations. And you catch the bug.
Yes.
Some people don't catch the bug, and if you catch the bug,
You already know what it is. Yeah.
And before the manager of the gym used to say to me, "Oh, just do the first competition, be good for PT." And he also said, do that. And you don't have to go and do one again. But you get the bug and you do it because you love it. You know what I mean? Like if you go play football, 5-a-side every week.
You do it.
You don't do it because you want to go turn pro.
No, exactly.
You're 30 something, you're not going to turn pro. No, just do it. Like, yeah, so I got the bug. And then I think I can remember it. Like, because he was like, oh yeah, you don't have to do one. And then I had to come clean that I was going to do another one.
Yeah.
But from the start and every year, I don't tell people when I'm going to compete. I'm secretive in that sense. People were asking in the gym, some of my family, like, is Marcus right? Because obviously I've just lost all this weight.
Yeah.
12 weeks, I lost 3 stone in 12 weeks. I was on, I won't get into the pressures at the end, but literally no carbs, shitloads of cardio. I was going to the gym 19 times a week, as in I had to go to the gym to do an hour cardio. It's 5 days a week, so that's morning. Hour cardio at night. Times 2, 40 times, and then I would do the 5 days training. So I used to go back and forth to the gym 19 times, and it wasn't good. No carbs, but hardly any carbs. Just had fish and stuff. You know, fish and rice cakes. And it just it was so unhealthy. But after that first show, all that hard work and everything just made me want to keep going. And then, because I did good, if I didn't do good, then I probably
You might have packed it in.
Because I did good. Went to the British that year, did good. Went to Miami, so it was just like, all this came from just wanting to try it out.
See, I think again, that's important for people who are thinking about getting into it, because I was scared myself, really scared to get into it, because I wasn't that mindset. And my coach had the same mindset. He did it for charity. The mindset wasn't to come in and win. My mindset was to come in and do well. It was never meant to be a pass and by sort of bad thing for me. I came in like, no, I want to win. So I had so much pressure that I put on myself, because no one knew me. No one knows me now. No one knew me, so I kind of came into it and was just like, oh, I want to do really well, so I need to pick a show that I can ease myself into it, but still kind of grow a name and do what I needed to do. So that's what I did. But I think it's important again to highlight the fact that you kind of do get the bug, and some people get it even if they don't do well, because they feel like they have so much more potential and they have so much more to do that can get them to that point eventually. They obviously end up doing it anyway.
I can remember from the first show, like I said, I'm very self-conscious because I'm not a confident person. So for someone to say, stand on stage in your pants, no way, never. Like, I won't even take my top off in front of people, never, even to this day. And like I said, now I'm a pro. Before being a pro, I would be a bit more confident and take my top off, because I've got that status. Like, what do you mean? I'm a pro, so obviously I've done good. Still the same, even worse, because people got that expectation. So to stand on stage in my pants, I would never do. You would never even think that's possible. But from that first day, I can remember coming off stage to my wife, because we snuck to the place. I wasn't even tanned up. I can remember Vicky looking at me, and I don't know if she was thinking this, but I'm not tanned. Like my face, I tanned the night before, but my face and my hands were in hands, and my feet were in hands. So I walked in, and it did look the first time. I remember her looking at me. This is what in my head I was thinking. Oh, she's looking at me like, is this guy competing? I left out after signing on, and I said, I was going crazy to my missus. Like, everyone's looking at me like a dick. Everyone's tanned up, and then went to the toilet. Anyway, I can remember coming off stage and be like, that was amazing. I didn't feel nervous. As soon as I stood up there, I wasn't nervous at all. That's so out of my character.
Because you're out of your head in the moment. You're in the moment. When you're up there, you're in the moment. Because I was the same. I am very self-confident, so it's not exactly the same. But just before I get on stage, I'm really nervous. And And then as soon as I step out, I'm like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm here. This is now what I'm doing. There's no point being nervous. Everyone's seen me now. What's the point? I think it's so revealing going out there in the pants, as you say. What is there now to be nervous about?
Yeah,
it's like everyone's seen it now. There's nothing to be nervous about anymore. So obviously, your mindset from your first show to now. Well, no, I won't say to right now. To just before turning pro. The show before turning pro. How did your confidence grow in terms of when you are on stage? Not your self-confidence in personal life, but in terms of, I believe I can turn pro. How did that change?
Don't know. I don't know if my confidence grew because I've done well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because I've done well, there's that expectation to do even better. And then, because 2016, just missed out on the pro card. So I knew I was up there.
You was close.
I was close. So 2019, I was like, well, I was so close that year. I have to win my pro card, like, or have to win the British. I can't do anything less.
Yeah.
So I think that gave me the drive to do better then. And then obviously over time, posing, my coach Rob Waterhouse, practicing posing with him and other people, and everyone just saying, "Yo, you look amazing at posing." That gave me the confidence.
Yeah.
Could you feel that you're actually doing it? So before that,
You didn't really.
I didn't know if I was any good. The judges were telling me I've got
You were
potential.
good,
I'm
so-
thinking, well, they're the top of the game.
Yeah.
If they're seeing something that I can't see, there must be something there.
Yeah.
I guess that gave me the confidence to do better.
Cool. Alright guys, we're back. So what I want to know now is, after you won your pro card last year, how did it feel first of all? How did it feel straight after? And how did your goals change going forward into obviously in terms of your career?
So winning the pro card obviously was amazing, and it was such a relief after, because last year was the hardest year I've done to date, obviously, because you get into better condition.
Yeah.
I think I had the worry of I had to perform good. It was either win the British or pro card. There's nothing less.
Yeah.
Plus, I knew the lightweight, since I would say 2016, 17, the lightweight category has just been.
It's the most compared.
That
It's the most
mad. It is, you look at any of them lightweights in the top 5 each year, it's just crazy.
100%.
So I knew, because I had competed since 2016, so there was a 3-year gap where a few other people have won the British lightweight title, and they were all supposed to compete last year.
Okay.
Plus other people that I know were up there.
Yeah.
So the stress was just crazy. So when obviously I won the British, it was like a little bit of relief. But then it's like I really want this pro card.
Yeah.
And
And obviously they were giving out 2 because it was the anniversary of the federation.
yes, I thought this is my chance.
Yeah.
Because obviously as a lightweight,
It is hard.
I think there might be one other person too. I don't know. It's very hard to win as a lightweight, especially obviously the heavyweights is always just massive. The middleweights are a good balance between shreds
And shape.
and mass. Yeah, so it's just it was such a relief, and then to actually win. Obviously, I won the best wheels, which was like, that's got to be count for something.
Yeah.
I got to be either winning it or second, because the best wheel trophy is obviously still a top trophy to win.
Yeah.
British. And then I did get the second pro card, and I was over the moon. Like anyone would be.
Yeah.
And anyone that compete, especially at a high level, to get that's just a chapter in itself.
As an amateur, that literally is that's the end of your
Yeah.
amateur career
Yeah.
now. That's closing the book, and you're like, yeah.
And then going after that, thinking I'll compete in the pro ranks. Obviously, I know that I'm back to the bottom of the pile in a sense.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know
saying
you
that I
mean.
wouldn't be a contender.
Yeah, I know you mean.
But it was so nice in the sense that all that stress was, I just felt so relaxed. I was like, I'll go into the pro ranks just to see how it is.
Yeah, because you
But-
have nothing to prove.
Yeah,
As of right now, you have
yeah.
nothing to prove.
But I never ended up going to Miami anyway,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to have that.
Yeah.
I talked to Rob, and the finances were a bit. That was one of the factors. I was drained. Well, I
Yeah.
still had enough to push through.
Yeah.
Because it's all mindset. I want to set my mind to it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I was on prep for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks
After.
after,
Okay.
getting ready for it.
And then you decided.
Yeah, then I decided, you know what, it's the finances, the stress, all that. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And Rob was completely fine with it because he knew how much I sacrificed last year
Mm.
to
Yeah.
especially with family. This was the first year I competed with my daughter.
Okay.
And she was just the day after the British final, she turned 2. So
Okay.
I had to drive back that night
Yeah.
and get ready for the party in the morning. And that was very upsetting to be competing and being so drained that you can't pick up your own daughter, which is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want to play with her, like me and her. The reason I was being late today
Yeah.
is because I was going to go pick up the car at 12.
Yeah.
I ended up picking up 1 because me and her were play fighting for an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we was
Yeah.
play fighting. I saw the time for shit, I couldn't go.
Yeah.
So she's amazing, you know what I mean? So not being able to pick her up or go to the park.
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on, let's go do something. I'm like, I'm tired. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I've got to go do this later. I've got to go do that. I'm working and all this. It was so, it was sad, basically.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
So it was just like, I said to Rob, should we not do it? And he's like, I have no problem with that. You've done everything you
Yeah.
needed to this year.
Yeah.
You've sacrificed a lot. Go spend time with your family.
Yeah.
Which is the most important thing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Cool. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Obviously, we're going to have a lot of newcomers to the sport and that kind of thing. Is there anything you want to briefly touch on before we go on?
Not really. I mean, if I could give advice, it would just be go try it, you know, because I always say to people that talk to me, obviously over the years, oh, should I compete? Or I was thinking about it. I always say just go do it, because then one, you know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because there's no point putting it off for 3 years and then trying to build up and then go doing it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just try it, see where you fall, and then from doing that first competition,
you'll
from,
know.
let's say I was cruising,
Yeah.
2013, trainers going good, whatever.
Yeah.
That first competition, after that, wow, excel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, mindset, the people I met, the knowledge I gained.
Yeah.
If I put that off for another 2 years,
Mm.
then I could just be cruising for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years gone.
Yeah.
From that first competition, I went to the judges just to say thank you. I didn't know it was a favour, just wanted respect. So I went and said thank you. Vicky's like, where are you from? I said, Nottingham. She said, oh well, there's some clubs, posing clubs and stuff in Sheffield, which ain't too far from John Clark. After I met John Clark, changed my life.
Yeah.
I've got the most respect for that guy ever. Like, it wasn't for him. Well, one, he changed my diet straight away.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made no concert. If it weren't for him, I'd probably be dead. But if it weren't for him, definitely I wouldn't be where I am today. And then obviously I met Rob again.
Yeah.
And moved to the next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so just gotta go do it, see if you like it, and from then on you excel.
Yeah.
Even with training, because obviously you know when you're hitting poses, when you're just training, you're not
Yeah.
trying to hit these these poses that you hit, you're not gonna mind-to-muscle connection and activate certain muscle groups. After the first competition onwards, when I'm doing certain exercise, I'm pretending that I'm visualizing I'm doing a certain pose. So I'm activating certain muscle groups
as you
that I would have just bypassed. I would just go through the motions. So yeah, just go do it.
Love that. Just to come off the back of that on one thing you brought up, because I brought it up in other videos before, posing. Just because you're new and just because you're going to jump into it, your presentation should still be really good. So if you're lucky enough to have a coach that can also give you posing practice, because some just don't have the time, or maybe you're doing a category that doesn't fall within open like us guys, and they don't know how you pose in, for example, men's physique or something like that. Find somebody alongside your prep that can do that for you from start to finish to make sure that you're at least presenting yourself the best way you can, because it's very important. They knock off a lot of points for you not being able to present yourself in the right way. So you might walk away from there feeling like, oh, my body's not where it should be, but actually you might have even possibly won if you could at least present yourself the right way. So make sure that your presentation is key, because it's just as important as dieting. More important. I can look fantastic. If I don't have to show off any of my lines, what the hell is the point?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, both you can. I always say, if you can outpose a better physique, as long as they might look as good as well, but they're not showing.
If they can't show it,
then you know what I mean. And posing practice, religious, keep going.
Off season, prep, all the time.
Because it's not even being able to pose or hold the pose for a second, 2 seconds. If they put you through rounds and rounds and rounds of endurance, you need to be holding that for endurance. And again, you and someone else might be posing pretty good, both together, and the judges don't know. Round 3, this one's shaking, fading.
Yeah.
Hopefully, your stamina and you holding it well will bring to light better condition.
100%. If you could have any 3-course cheat meal, you could mix and match restaurants, all of that.
Yeah, mix.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, so obviously you sent me in the text.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, the start would be crispy prawn spring rolls.
Okay.
That's one of my favourite seafood places, Nottingham Lobster Park. Bang. As soon as I go in, he knows what I'm doing. I don't even have to say it. He's like, so yeah, what main? Main has there's 3 things. I was thinking burgers and chips. I just love that. It's not exciting because I know it.
Yes, I'm burgers and chips all day.
I
I'm
love
boring as
burgers and
hell.
chips. I love burgers, and obviously you can make different burgers. I always go for the craziest burger.
Yeah.
I was thinking Indian food because it's variety. You get the naan bread and you get the sauces.
Indian
get
food.
hungry in it.
Listen, Indian food.
I have to say, dim sum.
I've tried it once in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I went to a dim sum restaurant, a specific dim sum restaurant in Edinburgh. And I really like it. You pick and choose obviously from different...
The best way I'd describe it is tapas with Chinese.
Yes, exactly that. Spread. Yeah.
That's like my nose. We were training, I was saying like variety.
Yes,
It's key.
yeah.
Same with my food. Like literally,
Okay.
I need a variety. I can't just have
The same thing.
I need to have. Even like if I'm eating something, I have to try that bit, and then that bit with that
Different
bit.
combinations of it,
Yeah, I just like that. So dim sum, for me, I can't have it all the time.
Yes.
Because it's just,
It's heavy.
heavy, yeah. But, so that's why burgers would be like a consistent best food to go to.
Yeah.
But if it's just a one-off,
Dim sum.
cool. Come dim sum. Yeah, and I'll show you some stuff.
You might eat me under the table, mate.
I'll show you some stuff.
I thought I had a big appetite, mate, but me, I don't know. Dessert.
Jamai boy custard.
Oh, do you know what? I haven't had that. I haven't.
You need to spend a lot here.
No, I've never had it.
It's my favourite. Some people don't really like it. Or it's
No, I'm
it's
sure
whatever.
I like
But
it. I've just never had it.
I love that.
I'm sure I like it. Yeah? What, homemade, yeah? Just go to the shop, pick some up and just do it, yeah? No, sorry, that's not what I meant. I mean like supermarket, go to supermarket, pick it up and just do it. No like specific bakery or anything you go to get, no?
Supermarket.
That's how you know it's good. You can just pick it up on the shelf and you're like...
Sainsbury's bag is probably the best one, or Aunt Bessie's, that's something like
Yeah.
that. And then custard.
You know what, I love a bit of custard on the cake, mate. You're making me man hungry.
So
And I've got
sweet
this...
rolls, dips on jumbo buns.
Loves that. I want this 3-hour flipping drive back home when we think about food now. Yeah, you are gonna have to. Number 2, who is your favourite natural bodybuilder? To be fair, ever, because they don't have to be active on the circuit. They don't have to be active. And I want one, and you can do honourable mentions after, but I want your number 1, then honourable mentions after that. Nate, yeah?
Yeah, I just... For how young he is, wasn't
When he
pro
turned pro.
as well, and even now, crazy. Everything just pops on me. If I could look like anybody,
It'll be him.
it'll be him. I think his physique is crazy, and he's a humble guy. Every time I talk to him, he seems like a nice guy. You know what I mean? And you'll talk to him, and even he doubts himself. Do you know what I mean? Which kind of like, because it's like the guy's not like, yeah, I've got this.
Yeah.
But he has got it. Like
I think most bodybuilders are like that, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone I've seen, that's a good thing as well. When I first come into bodybuilding, I thought everyone's gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be a dick.
Everyone's got their tops on, be shredded and that.
I know. So fuck you, man.
Yeah.
But everyone's nice. I don't think I've met anyone I dislike.
Same with me.
You know what I mean? Everyone's pretty cool, so don't know if that's all bodybuilding or natural.
Yeah.
I don't know if the hands guys, you hear roid rage and stuff like that. I don't know if that's
It's just a stereotype or
yeah,
it's just a thing.
Yeah. But I can speak from my experience. Yeah, so Nate, I would say he's got the
He's number 1.
Yeah.
Do you have any honourable mentions?
Yeah.
Cool.
So obviously DFAC.
Thanks.
Amazing.
We've had
I think
some
them
of these
two
days.
between, obviously people always put them two together, like Dave K, I think probably better like balance, but I just like all the poppiness of Nate.
Nate's got the wow. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like how do you look like that?
Well, as a judge, I don't know Dave.
And as we said, Dave's incredibly balanced. You can see all the work Dave puts into his physique. Nowhere is wrong.
Yeah.
Everywhere on his body is at an elite level. Even his calves.
Yeah.
And anyone who does bodybuilding knows calves.
I think them two are probably most people's top.
Yeah.
Rob, my first year competing, I was a fan before I climbed. Like I saw, he was the first ever physique I saw on stage. Like I said, I didn't really know, I didn't watch anything on bodybuilding. And I first went out to the crowd, and my friends that came saw me, and my wife was like, "There's this guy in the 20, yeah. He's sick. He got green." I remember it all. And so I used to go score at number 20. I didn't know he was well. And that's the year he won his pro card. We both went to Miami. Like I remember calling my missus like after the show, "Yo, I talked to number 20." I said hello to him. And now, obviously, he took me under his wing, and we're friends. And it's just mad. And obviously, he just won an IFBB.
IFBB pro card. And I'm having him on the show as well. So you guys will get more insight.
And then the last person I have to mention is, I'm not sure how to say his surname, Rich Kazeki.
I'm unfamiliar.
He's a WNBF pro.
I need to get more WNBF guys.
His mass is crazy. I went to see my friend in a powerlifting show, which is the first time I saw him. And his quad it looked like it was falling off.
It was
It literally was
hanging.
mad. I've never seen anything like it. I was just like, whoa, what's this guy? But I'm on Instagram every time I post something. It's like, this guy just went massive. But yeah, so therefore, I think Nate for me is
Nate's on the wrong.
well, like I said, I don't really follow much money.
Yeah. But from what you've seen as a fan, that's what you into. That's cool, mate. Anytime you pick Nate or Dave, it's never a bad answer.
Yeah,
Either way, like it's never a bad answer. Right, third and final. What do you wish you knew at the beginning of your career or early into it?
Easy. Carbs.
Calm.
Like a lot of, because I started like on the spectrum of knowing at the end, and a lot of people in the same situation. They think carbs is enemy. They think you can't get shreds with carbs. Carbs are bad, and you should just be eating white fish and all this stuff. And I think this has come through whatever it's come through. But that's like a lot of people think that way.
That's come through fitness fans.
Yeah,
that's not bodybuilding culture. That's fitness fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Arnold and them man never did that.
Exactly.
So it didn't come
when you like, so I didn't know anything, so I just went on the line.
Yeah, and that's what you'll find there.
Yeah. So again, my first diet was basically fish. More fish. So, like I said, I dropped 3 stone in 12 weeks, and I feel like that was so detrimental to my physique. I would have actually lost muscle.
Yeah, you would have been stringing
myself. But I always think back, if I could do that, I can do anything. And that, now I know about carbs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's everything else is easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, from the start, that notion that carbs is bad, and it's, you know, people say it all the time. Always hear it because they want to get into shape. Yeah. I've took carbs out, and a lot of the times I want to say, this is me and my initial thing. I would say, are you stupid?
Yeah.
Are you an idiot? And kind of bait them up. Yeah. I was in the same situation.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. So I try and educate them if I can, drop a little bit of knowledge, and yeah. But that's definitely the thing that I feel like changed my whole physique and excelled in the game. Because like I said, when I met John Clark, he looked at my diet. He was like, "Where's your carbs?" And I was like, "Can't have them, can you?" And he was like, "What?" He literally changed every meal, put carbs in, and I can remember.
Hey guys, just caught up. My battery died, so we're gonna crack on where we were. Yeah, so you're talking about carbs.
Yeah, so because I was on low carbs, like it was so detrimental to my physique, my mood, my mental health, everything. And then I met John Clark. He looked at my diet and he was like, "Where's your carbs?" And I was like, "You can't have them. Like, I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? It's just fish, right?"
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was like, "No," and he put them literally every single meal had carbs in. And I went back to my missus like, this can't be right. Like, it don't make sense. And I stuck to it, and yeah, I was still losing weight, but obviously filling out as well. I was so happy, like unbelievably happy, and yeah, I just didn't think it made sense. Like, I thought I was so sure that you couldn't have carbs, which a lot of people think that's the case, which it isn't at all. And yeah, and that literally was a game changer. So that was my biggest mistake by far, easily.
Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Where can they find you on social media?
Instagram for my personal account and the clothing account.
Yeah.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I'll tag them both at the bottom.
And then well, the website for the clothing will be maybe 2021.
Yeah.
Beginning of there, hopefully I'll get in there. But if anyone wants anything earlier, just hit me up on Instagram, on my personal one or the clothing one, because a lot of people already have it.
Yeah.
That's just because they hit me up on there saying like coconut t-shirt. I say,
Yeah,
just send me the address and we'll go through there. But yeah, it should be officially out. Website, everything legit. 2020. Yeah.
Sweet. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions for Marcus, let me know in the comments or go directly to either of his Instagram pages and obviously ask them direct to him. if there's anything that I've missed or you want Marcus back on to answer some more of your guys' questions, I will do more of a Q&A format later on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.
Cheers.